Yes. Yeah, in this class, I'm going to explain about Poynting vector and Poynting theorem. See, Poynting vector is represented with P bar. See, the name itself indicates that it is a vector. So that's why I'm writing P upon with a bar. Okay. So now we'll understand the meaning of Poynting vector. Try to understand the meaning of Poynting vector. So to understand this Poynting vector, let us consider a cable. So I think it is already discussed in our very first class. See, for cable inside, what is there? There is a conductor. Okay, for conductor, okay, what is flowing through the conductor? It is the charges are flowing through the conductor. Okay, whenever the conductor has charges that may be positive or negative charge, there exists a electric field. The field is diverging. If there is a positive charge, the field is diverging at that point like this. Field is diverging at that point like this. Electric field, this field is known as your electric field. Now similarly, as the purpose of conductor is to carry the flow of electrons from one end to another end, that flow of electrons constitute the current. So we already know that the Oersted experiment, according to Oersted experiment, there is a relation between electrism and magnetism. That means moving charge constitute an magnetic field. See, whenever this moving charge is whenever this charge is moving, it produces a magnetic field. So the direction of magnetic field is determined with the help of thumb rule. Suppose if this charge is moving into the board, suppose if this charge is moving into the board, the direction of current is represented by right hand thumb rule, and the whole finger shows the magnetic field direction. So this is the direction of your, so assume that your charge is enter into the board, charge is moving into the board. So your curl finger shows the magnetic field direction, or the direction of magnetic field will be in the clockwise direction. So I am representing the magnetic field lines with the circles. The magnetic field direction is in circles, whereas electric field is not circle, it is a straight line manner. Okay. Now see, suppose if at any point in the region surrounded by the electric and magnetic fields, the electric and magnetic fields are mutually perpendicular to each other. If you take at any point in the region surrounded by the electric and magnetic field, those two fields are mutually perpendicular to each other. So I am separately drawing the vectors here. Vectors. Electric field is a vector as well as magnetic field is a vector. As these two are having specifically magnitude as well as direction, so that's why electric field is a vector, and magnetic field also has a particular magnitude as well as direction, so that's why magnetic field is also represented with vector. So magnetic field is a vector and electric field is a vector. How these two are now? These two are mutually perpendicular to each other, and the resultant of electric and magnetic field is perpendicular to the electric field and magnetic field vector. So suppose if you consider this is your, this vector is your electric field vector, and if it is your magnetic field vector, as I earlier told that these two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other. Now the resultant of electric and magnetic field, that is electromagnetic wave, is perpendicular to the plane containing these two vectors. That means the another perpendicular direction is to these two vectors is this one, that is represented with another letter that is represented with P bar, and that is your call, that is the another resultant vector is your Poynting vector. So the Poynting vector will be defined like this. It is the cross product of, very important, it is the cross product of electric field vector and magnetic field vector. It is the cross product of electric field and magnetic field vector, and the direction of resultant is perpendicular to the plane containing it, plane containing the two vectors, containing to the two vectors. What are the two vectors here? E bar and H bar, the two vectors, and your electric resultant vector is perpendicular to these two vectors. So if it is here, it is here, or you can also take another way. If it is, this shows the H bar and resultant will be here, you can also consider like this. These two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other. H bar is in this direction, means it is into the board, like this. H bar is in this direction, H bar is into the board, E bar is in this direction, and the resultant will be in this direction. Okay na? So how can you write the mathematical expression of Poynting vector now? It is represented with P bar, and as it is the cross product of E bar and H bar, so it is the E bar and H bar. The definition of cross product is the magnitude of E bar, magnitude of H bar, and sine of the angle between E bar and H bar, and there is a direction. It is normal to the or perpendicular to the plane containing of E bar and H bar. Okay na? Now, so this is about your Poynting vector. Now I will discuss about the Poynting theorem. It's a very important one. Yes, see, now I am discussing about the Poynting theorem. So all of you first note down the statement of Poynting theorem, then we will discuss the Poynting theorem. Okay, so according to Poynting theorem, the total outward according to the Poynting theorem, the total power W, del flowing outwards of a closed surface, outwards of a closed surface, is equal to the closed surface integral of closed surface integral of Poynting vector. Closed surface integral of Poynting vector. This is the statement of your Poynting theorem. See, all of you read the statement once again. It is the total power W flowing outwards of a closed surface is equal to the closed surface integral of Poynting vector. So all of you observe the statement once here. This is the total power W. Mathematically it can be written as like by observing the statements. Total power W flowing outwards a closed surface is equal to the closed surface integral. Integration should be with circle. It indicates the closed surface. Surface integral means S here. It should be here. Closed surface integral of Poynting vector. What is the Poynting vector? It is P bar. Okay, as we are doing the integration with respect to surface, we should denote the ds bar here. This is the mathematical expression of Poynting theorem. So the power. So suppose if you take the cross sectional area of the conductor, so your conductor will be like this. Okay, so the power flowing outwards of a closed surface. This entire one is the closed surface inside the, and this is the closed surface area. Okay, so the power flowing outwards, that means this is the power which is coming outwards from the closed surface area. So if you think or if you assume that the outward flow of the power from the closed surface area is W, okay, and it is equals to the surface integration of, so there is a surface here, closed surface integration of Poynting vector. So where P bar is where P bar is the cross product of E bar and H bar. You already know that E bar means H bar means E bar is the electric field vector, H bar is the magnetic field vector. Okay, in a conductor both waves are propagating when there is a excitation is given to the conductor. Okay, so and those two are moving mutually perpendicular to each other, and the resultant of electric field and magnetic field waves are propagating to the plane containing of these two vectors. Okay, now we'll see the proof. So proof, we'll try to prove the Poynting theorem. Proof. So all of you note down the statement here. Proof. All of you do the proof like this only. All of you write the proof like this only. Proof. The relationship between energy transfer and electric magnetic field can be obtained of the one of the Maxwell's curl equation. Okay, and see here the Poynting theorem, which is also equals to surface integration. You can also write the Poynting theorem like this: E bar cross H bar T S bar. Yes, yes. Now see, by observing this mathematical expression of Poynting theorem, this Poynting theorem clearly gives the relation between, it gives the relation, it gives the relation between what and what? E, H and W. Energy transfer, or that is all say that is a power. Energy transfer and electric field intensity and magnetic field intensity. So we have already studied about the Maxwell's equations. So Maxwell's equations, all Maxwell's equations are in terms of electric field and magnetic field intensity. So that's why I will take the help of Maxwell's equation to prove the Poynting theorem. So let us consider one of the Maxwell's equation, in curl form. So can take let us consider the Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law, or point form, or Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere's circuital law, that is del cross H bar equals to JC bar plus JD bar. This is the Maxwell's equation derived from Ampere's circuital law for time varying fields. Okay, let us consider it is equation number 1, or let's consider it is equation number 1, or else you can substitute. You have already know about the conduction current density. JC bar is equals to sigma times of E bar, and JD bar is equals to dou D bar by dou T. Okay, if you substitute these two here, then you will get sigma E bar plus what is here, dou D bar by dou T, and there is a relation between D bar and E bar also, that is D bar is equals to epsilon times of E bar. If you substitute it here, you also get del cross H bar equals to sigma times of E bar plus, if you substitute epsilon times of E bar here, and epsilon is a constant and E bar is a vector, so that's why it will be like this. Okay, consider it is equation number 1. It is equation number 1. Similarly, take the help of one more Maxwell's equation. So that is Maxwell's equation derived from Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law. Okay, so what is the Maxwell's equation derived from Faraday's law? That is del cross E bar equals to minus dou B bar by dou T. You know the relation between B bar and H, that is B bar is equal to mu times of H bar. Okay, now substitute it here. So if you substitute it here, then del cross E bar is equals to, it will become minus dou by dou T of mu times of H bar. Okay, so del cross E bar equals to minus mu is the common, so dou h bar by dou t, dou h bar by dou t. Okay, so keep it aside. Okay, so now apply scalar product to equation 1. Applying scalar product to applying here the third step, applying scalar product. Just consider, leave it. Applying scalar product E bar on both sides of equation 1. So here there is my equation, that is del cross h bar equals to sigma times of E bar. So you just apply scalar product, that is multiply with E bar both sides. If you multiply E bar on both sides of equation number 1, what you will get? You will get E bar of del cross h bar. See, observe clearly here, this is my del cross h bar. Okay, so I am applying scalar product. Scalar product means just multiplication to the equation 1 with the E bar, which is equals to see, I'm sorry, here just won't change this expression here. Yes, yeah, I'm very sorry here. See, just you need not to write up to this. It is not required. It is not required. It is also not required. What you do here is just substitute this value only. You also not need not to write this expression. This is also not required here. Not required here. Okay, so just write the JC bar as it is and substitute it only JD bar, that is dou D bar by dou D. Now it is considered that it is equation number 1. It is equation number 1. Now applying scalar product to equation number 1 here. So just apply the scalar product on both sides of this equation like this, and that means just multiply with the E bar like this. Entire equation is multiplied with E bar. Okay, tell me, if you apply E bar to the equation 1, at left handed term is E bar into del cross H bar. Now here E bar into JC bar, next plus E bar dou D bar by dou T, E bar into dou D bar by dou T. So this is after applying scalar product to the equation number, you will get equation number 2. Okay, now consider a vector identity. See here there is a vector identity. Vector identity. There is a vector identity like this. Del cross A bar, del of A bar cross B bar equals to A bar of B bar is equals to B bar into del cross A bar minus A bar del cross B bar. So this is a vector identity or curl property between the two vectors. Okay, if you apply the curl product between, E bar and H bar, you will get del of E bar cross H bar equals to, okay, if you consider it is E bar is A, H bar is B, so B bar means H bar del cross E bar minus B bar and del cross A bar like this. Okay, now consider it is equation number 3. consider that this equation number is 3. Okay, and just rearrange this equation. So sorry, this is B bar or E bar? This is E bar. And no, it is B bar means H bar, A bar, okay, and A bar means E bar, and it should be H bar. Okay, just rearrange the equation or interchange the equation. So that's why if you interchange this equation, so how will you get? It is H bar del cross A bar minus, send this term this side and A bar should be this side, so that you will get H bar of del cross E bar minus del of E bar cross H bar equals to H bar, sorry, H bar, not H bar, it is del of E bar cross H bar. See, what I did here is, see, this H bar is here, del cross E bar is here. I kept this term here only, and I changed my del of E bar cross H bar to this side, so that this plus becomes minus, and there is a E bar of del cross H bar that I bring it to this side, so that your equation will be like this. And just consider it is equation number 4. Okay, so observe equation 2. Where is equation 2? Equation 2 is here. So if you observe equation 2 of left-handed term and equation 4 right-handed term, so both are same. So that's why equate 2 and 4. Equate equation number 2 and 4. Yes, equate equation 2 and equation 4. So equate 2 and 4. Equate 2 and 4. So see, from 4, H bar of del cross A bar minus del of E bar cross H bar. This is equation 4, the left sided term, but there is in equation 4 there is a right handed term that is equals to equation 2. So that's why, which is equals to E bar into JC bar plus E bar dou D bar by dou T. Or okay, now but see, there is a del cross E bar here. It is from this one. It's from del cross E bar is equals to minus mu times of dou H bar by dou T. Okay, substitute it here. So that's why H bar of minus mu dou H bar by dou T minus of del E bar cross H bar equals to E bar JC bar plus E bar dou D bar by dou T, as it is I wrote it here. Okay, now just send this term to that side, outside of the term. So that's why here you left with del of E bar cross H bar. Listen carefully. So if you send this negative term to the outside of the equal symbol, then it will become plus. So that's why mu times of H bar plus dou H bar by dou T plus E bar dou D bar by dou T plus E bar dot, not dot, it is multiplication, JC bar. Okay, substitute here with the epsilon times of E bar, so that your equation will be changes to mu times of H bar dou h bar by dou h bar by dou t plus after substitution of epsilon times of e bar, here you get epsilon times of e bar dou e bar by dou t plus e bar jc bar. Okay, so this is your del of e bar cross h bar. Okay, now consider it is equation number 6. Consider it is equation number 6. Now see, we have a vector identity here. We also have another vector identity, that is from vector identity dou by dou t of a bar dot b bar. So if we have a vector identity between two vectors a bar and b bar, it will be like this. It is a bar dou b bar by dou t plus b bar times of dou a bar by dou t. This is a vector identity. Suppose if b bar is equal to a bar here, if b bar is equal to a bar, substitute b bar is equal to a bar. Wherever b is there, you substitute with it a. So that's why it is dou by dou t of a bar dot a bar, which is equals to a bar times of dou a bar by dou t plus p is there, so substitute a bar, so dou a bar by dou t. So this is the two terms which are same, so that's why it is like 1 plus 1. So that's why 2 a bar dou a bar by dou t, like summation. So a bar dot a bar becomes a square. So it is dou a square by dou t. It is dou a bar square by dou t. Okay. Now yes, dou a square by dou t, which is also equals to or a bar dou a bar by dou t equals to, if you send to out 2 to the outside of the equal, it will become 1 by 2 times of dou a square by dou t, right? Similarly, apply the same vector identity in equation 6 of first term and second term. This is the first and second terms here. See, it will be like this. The same vector operator, h bar is here, h bar is here, e bar is here, e bar is here. So if you apply the same rule here in equation 6, if we apply same vector identity for first and second terms, so if you apply vector identity to the first term, it will become h bar dou h bar by dou t equals to 1 by 2 times of dou h bar by dou t. See, as there is a mu here, you should just multiply with mu here and mu here, multiplication of mu. Similarly here, second term is also epsilon times of e bar dot dou e bar by dou t, which is also equals to epsilon times of 1 by 2 times of dou e bar square by dou t. Okay, substitute these two values in equation 2, so that what you will get, see, just write the minus del of e bar cross h bar here equals to, equal is equal, in place of mu h dou h bar by dou t, write the mu times of 1 by 2 times of dou h bar by dou t plus here epsilon times of 1 by 2 times of dou e bar by dou t here, and here keep it as this is a bar jc bar. Okay, and this equation is for single point charges. Let us consider this equation number 7, and this equation holds good for single point charges. For more than charges, more than one charges, it is considered as a volume charge. Okay, for volume materials, just consider the volume integration on both sides of this equation. So that consider volume integration both sides of equation 7. Okay, so if you consider volume integration after sending the negative sign to this side, so it will become volume integration of del of E bar cross H bar dV. As we are taking the integration, you should do the integration with respect to the variable value. So, and here the volume integration of the minus is here, minus I am sending minus term here, so that's why it will become minus mu by 2 dou H bar square by dou T, and here there is a minus, it is epsilon by 2 dou E bar square by dou T dV. Next again there is a minus here, volume integration of E bar Jc bar dV. Okay, so if you write this minus term outside of the integration, it will become plus and it is minus. Now see, just convert or apply divergence theorem. So if you apply divergence theorem to here, the volume integration can be converted into surface integration. So that's why it will become surface integration of E bar cross H bar ds equals to, the entire term should be here, that is, or after rearranging the integration and differentiation, it will become minus dou by dou T of. So now write the change the integration and differentiation term, write the differentiation here, integration to the inside. So that's why integration of 1 by 2 times of mu H bar square plus 1 by 2 epsilon E bar square with respect to volume. Okay, again minus volume integration of E bar Jc bar dV, E bar Jc bar dV. Now see, in this equation, this term indicates the total, this term left hand side, this total outward flow of power, total outward flow of power, and it is the rate of decrement of charge. This term is rate of decrement of charge, rate of decrease in stored, rate of decrease in stored, see there is electric field and a magnetic field, rate of decrease in stored electric and magnetic fields, and this is called a ohmic loss, ohmic power loss. So according to law of conservation of charge, the rate of decrease in electromagnetic energy is equals to the outward flow of coming of power. So that's why this entire term is equals to, and here I am writing this entire term, secondary side term is represents the outward flow of power, that is W. So now W is equals to, and see if it left side, and if the right side term indicates the W, left side term is what is there here, left sided E bar cross H bar dot ds bar. So finally, so this E bar dot H bar is equals to, what is that, P bar dot ds bar is equals to W, hence proved. Okay, this is about Poynting theorem. Okay, thank you.